Yo, 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 it's your boy One Deep 215 back with another video. Time is of the essence. Time is not to be wasted. It seems like there's not enough time in one's life nowadays, right? And I'm right there with, people that say time is precious, But some things shouldn't be rushed. I get the instant gratification. I get that time is of the essence. I get these things, gentlemen. But let me speak to my single men out there. And I know there's a lot of you. And kudos, a hat tip. But here's why I want to speak to my single man. Because there's a lot of you out there, and I know for the most part, a lot of men ain't checking for women. A lot of men feel comfortable in a single status that they're in right now. They feel better. They don't have the nag and the bickering or what have you, right? And I get it. I'm right there with y'all. But you can only hide but for so long. Well, what do I mean by that? When you carried a certain type of way, you're a certain type of guy, and you just carried a certain way, no matter what. You could work every day. You handle yourself like a man. You carry yourself with pride, with respect. People see that, including women, including single women. So you can only hide but for so long. Not saying my men out there hiding, but I'm using that as a metaphor to get this point across. You only can stay solitude for so long. Now, I know there's a lot of men that's single and they stand on that. And I'm right there with y'all as well. I actually, encourage it. But if I'm being honest, especially now, no matter how much you stand on that moral ground, you're going to run into women just off of merit. And I don't think I'm breaking no news by saying that. You just are. Unless you locked in your house, in your bedroom, with the door locked, with a supply of food, a supply of water, and all the necessities you need to live, to at least breathe, you're going to run into women. No matter what you're standing on, you're just going to run into them, and there's no getting around it. Not saying nothing wrong with that. But what I am saying something wrong with is, because we acknowledge you're going to meet women, whether you want to or not. When you meet these women, you can't fold and say, you know what, I'm going all in. Now, don't misconstrue my words. Because at the end of the day, I believe there's somebody out here for everybody. I do believe that man and woman is supposed to be together and form whatever type of relationship, whatever, friendship or what have you, right? That's how it's supposed to be. I think everybody deserves and wants a better half. It's just that in these times it's hard to find a better half because a lot of them are the worst half, But getting to my point, you can't go and say, you know what, I'm going in for it. I'm going in for the gusto. Not saying don't court and vet these women if you meet them. Not saying don't, open up to these women and show them who you are and let them know what your game plan is, all the things that we preach on this channel. I'm not saying that. But it's a marathon, not a sprint. And what I mean by that is some people get single fatigue, men and women alike. Whether you had your rendezvous over the past months or years with other women, or you have friendships or situationships or friends with benefits or whatever. When you meet a woman and it's on a relationship level, that hits different. It just does. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. When you meet a woman and you know the ultimate goal for her and somewhat you is relationship is a different type of feel. Because it ain't just shooting the breeze, shooting the shit. All right, I'm going to see when I can, go for the gusto. I'm going to, let me call and see if she try and slide through. That's something else. We know what that is. But when there's a woman that's wanting to be courted and claims she want to be vetted and claims she's looking for her second half, her better half, and you like, you know what? Getting back to the single fatigue, I've been off the market for quite a while. I've been chilling, I've been working, I've been doing this, I've been doing me or whatever. This feels different. Some men, not all, will go ahead and turn that into, I'm going to put my all into this. And I want it instantly. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You still got to stand on your moral ground. You still got to go for what you know. You still got to have your boundaries in place. Because I'm telling you, I'm a man too, and I'm a human being. There's a human element to it for some that gets lethargic. You like, man, everything I've been doing, maybe you ain't been doing nothing with no women. Maybe you have been doing stuff with women, but it's been just on the surface. It ain't been nothing concrete, nothing sturdy, nothing serious. Sometimes that becomes lethargic and it becomes ho-hum. And it's like, this is different. She seemed different, and we're going to get into that. So let me put all my eggs in. I want it now. No. It's still a marathon, not a sprint. Time is of the essence. I understand that, and I understand what instant gratification is. But fellas, we can't be moving out here like the opposite sex. See, because for them, it's a sprint, not a marathon, if you get what I'm saying. For a lot of women, they want instant. They the ones giving men keys after 3 weeks. They the ones wanting to go on trips with men that they known for 11 days. They're the ones that's calling you boo and baby after 2 days. That's because they want it. Women are having more of a mindset of that instant gratification. Some men do too. That's why I'm posting this video. It ain't all women. There's men out here that want a baby very, very bad. Very bad. But you can't get wool pulled over your eyeballs and go by something so matter-of-factly that when you meet a woman and she just seemed like the one after a week, come on, bruh. Come on. Women will fake things in the short term. They just will. I think we all know that. Women know at this point, just like we have access to all these outlandish things that women do and their gripes with us and the things that we don't condone that they do, they have access to us. They know what our displeasure is with them. They know about the bad behavior, whether it's them or their peers. They know the type of mindset that men look for, and women will transform for the short term into that real quick. Real quick. They're not just falling off a truck and just came here and now they meeting you. No, they've been through some things. Good, bad, and indifferent. And they see things. Meaning us. They know what our gripes is with women. They know what type of women we don't condone. They know what type of women we find distasteful. So you don't think they would be the polar opposite of that? And in a matter of a second. In a matter of a second. And I'm not putting this all on women. I'm talking to my fellas. We can't fall for it. Because it's one thing for a woman to do it, but it takes two to tangle. Is you going to fall for that BS? You don't want to get into something quick that's going to be your demise. Now, could you meet that right one and get lucky? Because at this point, it's luck. When you meeting a girl that's actually on the up and up and she ain't got no flaws, not perfect, but no baggage, no bad juju, no demonstrative behaviors, no none of that. Yeah, it's quiet as kept is like winning the lottery. That's how much of a rarity it is nowadays. But I digress. We still can't cape to that. And I'm speaking real. There's men out there that's talking the single stuff, but deep down inside, they want somebody, and I feel y'all. It's just the fact that you ain't find nothing worth sticking around. We all there. We all in the same mix. We all got that same mind frame. So I'm right there with you. I'm not shunning no men that's looking. Hey, listen. If you know what I know, ain't nothing wrong with having a chick by your side every now and then. Listen, it comes with some benefit. At least it's supposed to. It don't seem like in modern times it don't. Anyway, it's supposed to come with benefit having a woman. It just is. So I get the mindset, fellas, and I ain't joking about this. I'm actually being serious. Don't cake to these women pulling some flippity-floppity shit on you. Because they know. They don't do it, and they don't act like they know, but they know what men want. They know that men don't like loud mouths, bad behavior, bad people around them, bad energy, just like all the things that we see with modern women. They know men don't want. At this point, they say they all can't be lying. This is what men really want. You know, because before they would call us liars. Like, no, y'all just saying that and all that. But they like, you know, when we seeing it too much, we got, you know, we have social media too. We have the internet too. All these men, for the most part, is saying the same thing. They got the same gripes. Maybe this is really what men want. Maybe men really do like peace. Maybe men don't want to hear my bullshit every day and my outlandish thoughts and the stupid, idiotic stuff I say out of my mouth. Maybe they're all telling the truth. Okay, you know what? I'm tired of being thrown to the wayside. I'm tired of messing with this man, that man, this man. I'm going to find me a guy, and I'm going to portray to be the thing that they want. And we're going to move real fast. That way, we already dug in, and it's going to be hard for him to leave me alone. Not saying it's meticulous and well-calculated to that extent, but that's how it go. That's how it go. I'm just letting y'all know, giving y'all fair warning for the ones that didn't know. Women are very well calculated. They ain't that stupid. And a woman will sit there, especially if she see your ghost, she see how you is, she'll sit back, she'll size you up. Oh, all right, I see what type of boy. He carry it this way. All right, I'm going to be that. I'm not really that, but I'm going to be that. Especially if they like you enough. We talked about this. But here's the flip side of that. It don't last. It don't last. People, men and women, this ain't just a woman thing, usually revert back to who they really are. And when it comes, it usually comes with a vengeance. It does. So I'm just giving y'all a heads up to my single men that y'all gonna stumble across women. If you don't have to be GQ. If you have somewhat of some decent looks to you and carry yourself somewhat on the up and up, and you got some type of income, you're just going to meet women just off your glow alone. There's no, I'm single and I'm staying single. Okay, it's one thing to say that, but that don't mean you ain't going to bump shoulders and rub elbows and run into, trip and fall and bump into a woman here and there. It happens. It can't be just what I'm seeing. You're going to meet women, and they're going to put their cards on the table, and they're going to want to talk to you, and they're going to want to get to know you and all. And I'm not saying that's how it works. That's how it matriculates. Nothing wrong with that. But you still got to stand on what you stand on. Don't say, well, you know, I have been single for a few years now. She's showing me all the signs right here in front of me. I know it's only been 7 days, but she's really shown it in these 7 days. Nah, bruh. Keep things simple until you ready. And you're going to know when it's time because you're going to feel it. You're going to know when it's time because you're going to be like, all right, she done proven herself. She didn't prove herself by doing a bunch of backflips and cartwheels, but she proved herself because in your mind, your logic says this is how she is. Now, she still could be something else, but you still got to at least stand on that. You can't just say after 12 days, she have proven herself. I'm ready to move in with this girl. I'm ready to do, not saying to go that deep, that quick all the time, but y'all know what I mean. It's all hypotheticals, but what I'm saying is real. A woman will do a full 180 because she know this is what he accept. I'm not really this, but for him, for right now, I'll be this. It'll come out eventually. By then, he gonna be so tied in with me. He ain't gonna, because that's how a lot of men stay stuck. It ain't always kids and houses and cars and things that y'all have together. Sometimes some men, it gets so, status quo, so to speak, that it's like, I'm dealing with her already. It has already been 6-7 months. I'm used to her. She used to me. I don't really like her that much, but let me hang in there. Let me give it the old try. Because you move too quick, or you allow her to move too quick. Actually, let them move any way they want. But it takes two to tango. You can't reciprocate that way back. You move on your pace, on a logical pace. Women gonna move the way they move no matter what. That you can't control. But you have to, you can't go ahead and match her movement with even faster movement, if I'm making sense. Because that's the only way I can really put it. You feel me? So, that's all, guys. Time is of the essence. And it's damn sure a marathon. It is not a sprint. It's just not. It's not. You can still court and vet appropriately without putting every egg in the basket. I see you on the next one.